Koreans love the cinema experience. There are even numbers and research that back up this fact. And a closer look reveals films based on the country's history of struggles and triumph against Japan's oppressive colonial rule tend to receive rave reviews as they strike a chord with viewers here. Lee Ji-won delves deeper into this formula through some of the recent hits at the local box office.
The movie The Battleship Island, also known as Kunhamdo in Korean, released just over a week ago, is based on an actual historical background regarding Japan's Hashima Island, where some 800 Koreans were forced to labor during World War II. While the island in the southwest of Japan is a symbol of the country's rapid industrialization, it's also a painful reminder of Japan's colonization of Korea. The movie received much attention in Korea, becoming the fastest film to surpass the 5 million ticket mark at the box office this year. It's part of a recent trend of Korean movies set during Japan's colonial rule of Korea from 1910 to the end of the Second World War. Assassination by director Choi Dong-hoon and released in 2015 is about a group of Korean independence fighters who plot against Imperial Japan. It attracted over 10 million domestic viewers. Spirit's Homecoming, directed by Cho Jung-rae and released in 2016, tells the story of Korean women sexually enslaved by Japanese soldiers before and during World War II. Considering how the movie was not made for commercial entertainment, it was a box office success.
It was very painful to watch the movie Spirit's Homecoming because those victims were young girls of my age or even younger when they were sexually enslaved. But I think movies like these are a good opportunity for viewers to really learn the history and face the painful past.
Our country was colonized by Japan for over 30 years, so there's lots of stories to tell. But rather than hating the Japanese, I hope these movies help people remind themselves of the hardships our country had to endure and really come together to love and develop our country.
From the sexual enslavement of Korean women to forced labor and even the indiscriminate killing of innocent civilians, Japan's colonial rule left Koreans with deep scars. And while these films serve as a historical record, they're also a cathartic channel to relieve a collective sense of anger and despair. Anarchist from Colony, which opened in June, depicts the true story of independence activist Park Yeol, who was accused by the Japanese colonial government of trying to assassinate the Japanese crown prince as an attempt to divert the attention from a mass killing of some 6,000 Koreans.
Park Yeol was someone with great courage, bravery, and strong love for his country. And despite such unfavorable conditions under Japan's colonial rule, he stood against the imperial government and sacrificed himself to become many Koreans' hope.
While these are hardly the first Korean films on Japanese colonization, film critics say one reason for the genre's success in recent years can be attributed to Koreans' increased awareness on these issues. For instance, Japan's failure to face the shameful past of Hashima Island, as it promised to do so as a condition of the island being listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2015. While an implementation report on Japan's promises to help visitors learn the full history of the Battleship Island is due December 1st this year, nothing has been done yet.
Japan's lack of repentance echoes its past wrongdoings, and as Tokyo's ongoing denial of its atrocities comes more often in the spotlight, Koreans can relate better to these films on Japanese colonization.
For directors and actors participating in this type of films, one aspect stands out from any other, and that is to base all stories solely on facts.
Our movie's primary role is to let people know of such history, and with the issue still unresolved, I thought it was crucial for the movie to accurately deliver the facts to its viewers and remind them of this painful past. To do so, we worked closely with the victims and reflected their testimonies.
And some have hopes that these films could possibly have their own function in resolving the deadlocked issues between the two countries.
Some Japanese will also watch these films like Koreans watch Japanese films, and through such cultural exchanges, these historical and cultural media may help the two peoples understand each other and play a role that the government cannot in resolving the issue.
이지원, 아리랑 뉴스.